Hi guys, my name is Joel. I'm the COO of Midnight Runners, and this week I'm going to be taking you through a workout which is one of my favourite formats for doing a bodyweight workout. It's called EMOM. Now, if you're not familiar with that, it stands for every minute on the minute. So, every minute you're going to be doing a set number of reps of one exercise, and any time you have left within that minute is your rest period. Now, this week we're going to be doing 15 minutes, and we're going to be cycling through 3 different exercises that you will do each minute. So you're going to do each one 5 times total throughout the 15-minute period. Now, as I said, any time you have left when you've completed your reps is your rest time. So you want to try and get through these reps as quickly as possible so you have time to recover. The reps I'm going to state throughout this are the ones that I go for. However, you can increase those or decrease those depending on how you're feeling. But it's really important that you keep the number of reps the same throughout all 15 minutes until you get to the end. And then the next time around when you come to do this, you can increase them or decrease them depending on how you found it. So without further ado, let's jump into it with the first exercise. Exercise number 1 is a combination of a side lunge and a squat. So you're just going to be lunging to one side, coming back to center, squatting down, lunging to that other side, coming back to center. Things to remember here, guys. Make sure that your back remains straight at all times if possible, and keep your chest up. So, without further ado, we're going to raise one leg, get that side lunge out, make sure that this leg is nice and straight, and that your knee tries to follow your toes as much as possible. You're going to push back to center. Now, for the squat section, things to remember, as I said, keep that back straight, chest up, and have your legs about hip widths apart, if not slightly wider. Then you're just going to sit back into it. Come down, bring your hands together if you want, you can have them anywhere, it doesn't really matter, pretend like you're holding a bar, and then come back up, bring that other knee up, down to this side. Remember guys, straight leg here. Now if you're struggling a little bit with these legs, just come slightly further in, you don't need to go as wide as me. And again, come back up, squat down, over to this side, nice and simple, back into the middle, down we go. You're going to want to alternate from side to side, and you're going to do 6 on each side, totaling with 12. Work through them as quickly as you can, but make sure you're remembering about your form before you move on to exercise number 2. Exercise number 2 is a combination of 3 movements here. We're going to combine your classic burpee, and I know you're groaning when you hear that, with a set of mountain climbers. So guys, get down into that plank position. And remember here, you're going to try and want to bring your chest over your arms, lock out those elbows, and keep that butt down, that core tense, making sure that you aren't arching your back inwards so that you're relaxing here, because that will hurt your lower back. Just make sure you keep everything tense throughout. Here guys, we're going to do 4 mountain climbers. So if you don't know what that is, you're going to bring one knee to the same side. You can either go outside, like I am here, or bring it just between your arms. And you're going to alternate between, and you're going to do 4 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you've completed those 4, you're going to jump your feet in between your hands, or you can step them, completely up to you. I'm going to jump. And then from here, we're going to want to combine that burpee section. So exploding upwards. Make sure you push as hard as you can throughout all of these reps upwards. Here we go. Now you see as I come back down, I'm already cushioning with my knees. So make sure you focus on that. Don't lock them out when you're down. Puts a lot of impact through your joints, which is not good for anyone whatsoever. Once you're back down here after that explosive move upwards, hands back down, kick back out, back into your next round of 4 mountain climbers. Jump back up we go. And repeat. You're going to want to do 10 for this. So you're going to be very short of time by the end, but that's the idea. We're pushing our conditioning, pushing our cardio, and then we're going to move on to exercise number 3. Which brings us to exercise number 3. And remember guys, you're going to roll through all 3 of these exercises for the full 15 minutes. So after this one, you'd go back to exercise number 1, followed by 2, 3, etc. till the 15 minutes is done. Here we're going to do a reverse lunge knee drive, and if you want to make it slightly harder, which I definitely do, you're going to want to add a little hop at the end of that knee drive. Now what that looks like Nice and simple, you're going to reverse lunge like so. And remember guys, here you want to make sure your knee isn't going beyond your toes. You want to make sure that you're kind of creating nice right angles with all of your legs. And once you're here, you're going to want to push forward with this front leg and drive upwards. And as I said, I like to make it slightly harder with a little hop here, but it's hard to gain that momentum, so I'm going to go back into the knee drive, into the reverse lunge, and then you're going to drive upwards, like so. Now, things to remember with that little hop, you don't want to have a straight leg, as with the squats from earlier, those jumping squats, because it will put a lot of shock through your knee. So as you come back down from the little hop, just imagine that your knee is slightly bent here to kind of take that shock out of it. Now, you're going to want to do 10 on one side, followed by 10 on the other. Quite a lot of reps. Remember, you can increase those or decrease those depending on your level. And that, guys, is your third exercise, reverse lunge knee drive. So guys, that concludes our workout this week. Now, key things to remember, you're going to be working for 15 minutes total. You're going to be cycling through each of those 3 exercises. Any time you have left in each of those minutes after you've completed your reps is your rest time, so try and go quickly. Make sure that you keep the number of reps consistent from start to finish. Pick the number of reps based on your level. I've said the ones that I would go for. It's completely up to you, but the aim here is to push yourself. It's short, it's intense, and it works. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to next time.